championship is at stake in Division 1-AA. Tonight's pregame show is sponsored by Donald P. Dick Air and Solar. 54 years of Mr. Cool. I'm Ralph Wood, joined by Cam Morrell tonight. And Cam, let's talk about the emotions of playing in a championship game.
Yeah, I mean, everything you've worked for the entire season is on the line tonight. Anytime someone can leave with the ring on the finger, it's going to be a big-time night.
All right, how did they get here? That's the next thing we're going to take a look at. We're going to see the graphic that shows you how they got through each game and each challenge, and you can see.
Yeah, some easy wins in week 1, and then last week some rematches from track league play. Clovis East takes care of Clovis High. Central avenges that earlier season loss to Clovis North, which we had on Friday Night Rivals to set this one up. 2 of the teams playing the best football in the section at the end of the season.
The coaches have done all the work that they can do up to this point to put in game plans and coaching their guys up. Now it's up to the players to get it done on the field, and we'll take a look at some of your players to watch, starting with Clovis East's Ty Miller and Jack Nelson.
Yeah, Ty Miller is the dude, Ralph. He's the dude. He makes this offense go. He distributes the football to all his weapons. He can run it. He can throw it. He understands exactly how they're trying to attack a defense. He is a masterful, fantastic high school quarterback. Jack Nelson on the defensive side of the ball. He is the defensive stopper. 10 sacks on the season. When it's an obvious passing situation, Central better know where Jack Nelson is because he can cause havoc in the backfield.
Okay, on the other side, for Central, a very young quarterback, Jelani Dipple, Brandon Smith, and Aiden Chavez.
Yeah, Jelani Dipple, just a sophomore, has grown tremendously throughout the season. 36 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions. Kyle Biggs puts a lot on his shoulder, and he has done nothing but gotten better throughout the year. Brandon Smith, he's the main ball carrier. He also will play linebacker. He's a two-way player. He has to have a huge night tonight for Central if they're going to knock off the #1 seed, Clovis East. And then Aiden Chavez, the leading tackler on this Central defense. He's the man in the middle. He will be in the middle of this defense on his own a lot, making tackles in space. He has to have a big night or Clovis East can really get that run game going.
All right, tonight's academic athlete of the game is sponsored by Donald P. Dick, Heating, Air, and Solar. 54 years of Mr. Cool. Let's meet him right now.
Yeah, obviously academics are super important and they should come first, and you got to get your work done in the classroom, and high school is not easy, so you got to really work hard, and then sports come second, and they should, I think they're equals, and sports help in the classroom, just work ethic and getting your work done, respecting your teachers, and I'm really grateful for both of them.
When it comes to styles of play, what are we looking at tonight?
We're looking at 2 offenses that can put a lot of points on the board. Central wants to move fast. Clovis East, they want to put the ball in Ty Miller's hands and let him go to work. Turnovers could be a big one, but there's going to be a lot of explosive plays tonight.
A lot of people are looking forward to seeing it. We're looking forward to showing it to you. We're coming up with a kickoff, so stay with us. You're watching Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals, Central against Clovis East in the title game. We are back, and we are just about ready to kick it off. Central and Clovis East for the championship game. Daniel Pasilis will kick off for Central. Harold Duval, number 2. Daniel Booker Jr., number 6, are the deep backs. Send it downstairs to Kevin Miller.
Hey, they say if you're going to be a bear, you might as well be a grizzly. They also say the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. We're going to find out what the truth is tonight, but we know this for sure. This is Friday night. Let's go! Championship edition! Let's go, T1! Let's go! Route Camp! Let's do this! Come on!
Tonight's kickoff weather is sponsored by Lee's Air Plumbing, Heating, and Roofing, your local and trusted comfort experts. 63 degrees here at kickoff. Probably going to cool down a little bit as
beautiful weather, though.
Perfect
November,
man. No rain.
No rain.
No rain. Yeah.
Coming later.
It's
not tonight. Man, can't wait for this one to kick off. This is as good as it gets in the Central section right here. 12-0 Clovis East, 10-2 Central. Already avenged one of their losses from earlier in the season. Got a chance to do it again.
Kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank, and we are underway.
Uh-oh.
Look out on the return. This is Booker breaking it near midfield and taken down at about the 49. Daniel Booker Jr. with a big-time return for Clovis East.
Man, there were some big special teams plays earlier in the season when these two teams played. That time, Daniel Booker doesn't even field the kickoff correctly, drops it, but then finds a crease, uses his speed, sets up his offense in plus field position to start this game off.
Tonight's first quarter is sponsored by BD&J Injury Lawyers. Make the right call.
Everybody's just excited. That's all.
That's our referee, Sergio Ramos. Head linesman, James Rodriguez. Line judge, Anthony Garcia. The back judge is Brian Smith. The umpire is Pat Callaway. Side judge is Brian Grant. And the field judge is Shondell Ziegler. 7 officials tonight.
I like it. I like it. Great coverage. Quality crew. Let's go. Let's get this thing going. Clovis East, to pay attention to their offensive formation. They're very wide. They try to take up the entire width of the football field.
Miller going to take off. Breaks the tackle. Inside the 40. That'll be very close to a first down. Be a couple yards short. They'll spot it short of the 40. At about the 41.
Nice coverage. That's what I expect to see from Central. Some 2-deep zone, some 3-deep zone. They don't want to give up big chunk plays. Make Clovis East work their way down the football field. Our keys to the game brought to you by the Fresno Suit Outlet, home of the 3-suit deal. Central high with the slowed down tempo. Slow it down a little bit, limit Clovis East possessions, and then they got to defuse the bomb. Don't let Ty Miller go off.
Yeah, going a little too fast for the Grizzlies right now on defense. This is Miller taking off and picking up the first down. Run out of bounds at about the 30.
$35 touchdowns on the year. Also 620 rushing yards, averaging almost 9 yards a carry. So he's the complete package at the quarterback position. He can distribute it. That was a quarterback design run. He will scramble. He'll extend plays. He is a lot to handle.
Both of these teams average more than 200 rushing yards per game, but this time he's going deep, has a receiver, end zone, touchdown. Blake Matthews, and that is their touchdown guy, his 17th of the season.
It's just too easy for Blake Matthews and Ty Miller. Blake Matthews, single coverage in the slot. A great move off the line of scrimmage to lose the defender. Ty Miller hangs that one up just almost too much, but comes down. Blake Matthews goes up, high points the ball, comes down with it. Boom, just like that, Ralph. Ty Miller to Blake Matthews. Extra point away from 7-0.
And the extra point is good. Well, that didn't take long.
It did not. We talked about it pregame. Two very explosive offense. You have no idea what can happen when these quarterbacks have the ball, when these offenses are at work. And there we go. A couple of plays, Ty Miller scrambles, he runs one, and then drops a bomb to Blake Matthew for 6.
Does that first drive take a little edge off for the offense, or does it just add more pressure?
I mean, I think Clovis East is, their senior quarterback, a lot of senior weapons on this team. They're very comfortable with everything. This is just, single coverage, no help in the middle of the field. That's not a defense that Central can stay in and have success. Just too many weapons, guys that can win one-on-one matchups on the perimeter. We see there Blake Matthew just one move at the line of scrimmage, loses the DB, and he's running free. Ty Miller drops it in a bucket. So Clovis East, they're calm, they're composed. They're going to continue to execute. Now, we saw Central earlier in the season. We saw Jelani Dipple struggle in the first half against Clovis North, played a really good second half, almost brought them back. He has improved since that time, and they've put more and more on his plate every week, but he's still a sophomore. There's a lot to ask of your young quarterback tonight.
Kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. Well, the ball was fumbled at the start by Xavier Jones and then picked up, and not much there. Did the best he could to make something out of that. Matthew, I thought, turned around and looked for the ball, which allowed him to kind of adjust on an underthrown ball.
Yeah.
And that made the difference. He made a nice adjustment and a great catch.
Really nice adjustment. That's not a ball that you're expecting to be underthrown, but he went up and got it over the defender, secured it for 6. He's a weapon. Harold Duval on the outside, Daniel Booker Jr. as well. They have so many guys that can distribute to the football, too, when they have a one-on-one matchup.
All right, and now you got a sophomore quarterback in there about to take the biggest snap of his career in the biggest game of his career.
Nicely defended that time.
Tonight's closed captioning is sponsored by Sante Health. Sante Physicians, the best doctors, the best choice.
And this is the approach Central needs to take in this football game. We just saw an explosive score on the first possession for Clovis East. Central needs to be more deliberate. Run the football. Get the ball to number 2 in space. Let him win one-on-one matchups. You don't want to give Clovis East more possessions by moving quickly offensively.
Brandon Smith trying to find some room up the middle, and there's nothing there. Maybe a yard. Third down and about 5.
A nice job by Clovis East. Not fool, a couple of inside zone runs that Dipple gives to Brandon Smith. Third down and 5. You can still run it. You do have Brandon Smith. He's explosive. He can make guys miss. It looks like a light box, but put it up in the air.
First pass is complete out across the 40, out close to the 45-yard line. That's E.J. Morgan.
Took a shot at the end of that one, too. But a nice throw by Dipple. Little play action pack, steps to the side a little bit, and then that 3-deep zone, he tries to hit that seam inside that deep third corner. Morgan took a shot but held on. Nice third down conversion to keep this drive alive.
First and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture. Now a pass to the near side is scooped up, but there's nothing there for Dalen Scott. Now let's go down to Kevin for a sideline report. Kevin?
All right, thanks, Ralph. We are running with the pack, and we saw the school spirit, Kinsey. You've done some very special things with school spirit at Clovis East High School.
Yeah, absolutely. Our school spirit is one of the main motivating factors here at Clovis East. We do lots of things at our football games, such as giveaways. We do lots of, shirt throwing. We have pom-poms that go out in the student section, and I think that the school spirit of the general population really helps our athletes and our drama performers really stay motivated to keep doing the amazing things we're doing. I mean, we're here at a section championship. That's incredible.
Oh, let's go. And it's that school spirit, that connectivity, that unity, right, Napoon? Unity Week, what was it? What was the purpose?
So here at Clovis East, we are so thankful to have one of the most diverse campuses across the district, and something we do to honor, celebrate, and educate that is our Unity Week. So the whole purpose of Unity Week is education and to show members of our Wolfpack the importance of inclusion. So we do morning announcements in different languages to teach students about other people's culture and to make them feel like they are a part of something bigger than themselves, right? And we also have our Unity Assembly, which is a double assembly. And in that we have different sorts of performances from a variety of different cultures, which personally is my favorite assembly of the year because I get to learn about different cultures which I'm not a part of, and it's such an amazing experience.
What a celebration. And that unity and a big play, turnover by the T-Wolves. Kaysen, unified sports really includes all athletes and all students at Clovis East.
Yes, sir. So our unified program, it's about including special education students in our pathway. We like to include like general education students and special education students, put them together in sports, compete against one another. It's a very fun way to get kids included. It shows that even though like you're born like with a disability, it doesn't make you incapable. It shows that like everyone can be included, and it really provides that sense of togetherness for our Wolfpack family.
Indeed, they are together, they are connected, they are valuing one another. They are the T-Wolves. Ralph Cam, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. And the T-Wolves have the football back after forcing a fumble recovered by Jax Kuntz.
Yeah, not really sure what happened. It looked like Jeffrey Amosa just lost the football. Got ripped out there by Chandrick Smallwood. Jax Kuntz comes down with it. He was close to first down yardage, but just drops the ball. And Clovis East with another possession. Huge turnover.
Miller throwing deep again. Has a man out there. Over the shoulder catch. Down to the 5-yard line. Booker again.
You know, Clovis East has really run the football well the last couple of weeks. Ralph, Central came into this game saying we have to play man on the perimeter. We cannot let this run game attack us. And so far, 2 big chunk plays in the passing game for this Clovis East offense.
Timberwolves quickly came up to the line.
Dead law, illegal procedure.
But we're a little bit too much.
77 and 74, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah,
Penalty will take the ball back out to the 10.
Yeah, no big deal for this offense. First and goal from the 5, first and goal from the 10. You know, it doesn't really matter. It gives them a little bit more space to operate, honestly. It gives Ty Miller a little bit more space to run around and do some things. Very aggressive defensive approach for Central so far, and Clovis East has taken advantage of those one-on-one matchups.
In the Toyota red zone. Miller keeps the ball, going to the far side, cuts it up down near the 5-yard line.
Nice job by Aiden Chavez. We talked about him before the game. It's going to be him versus Ty Miller a lot in that quarterback design run game. The zone read, Ty Miller keeps it, gets to the edge. Aiden Chavez does a nice job pursuing him from inside out. As we take a look at this throw to Daniel Booker Jr. Single coverage on the perimeter. Lined up against Jonte Della. He just wins that one-on-one matchup again. Ty Miller throws an accurate football right on the money. Daniel Booker comes down with it. Second big play he's made, that opening kickoff return, and then a nice completion to set them up with goal to go.
Yeah, right on the doorstep about the 5-yard line. They're going to take a timeout, so we will too. It's 7-0 Clovis East, and the Timberwolves are knocking on the door. You're watching Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. 7-0 Clovis East with a lead over Central here in the title game, Division I-AA. Here's our weekly financial wellness tip, sponsored by Premier Valley Bank, enriching lives one customer, employee, and community at a time.
Hey, Kevin Miller here with your Premier Valley Bank student financial tip. Learn the basics of budgeting. Sticking to a budget is a crucial part of financial planning that allows you to take control of your money to reach your financial goals. This was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank, a local bank you can depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph Cam, back to you.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Second down for the T-Wolves, trying to add to that 7-0 lead.
Yep, and this is pick your poison. Do you want to put an extra guy in the box for the run game, or do you want to give an extra guy out and help in coverage? We'll see what Central decides to do. Clovis East can assess the defense and determine
Dead
where
ball,
to go.
legal procedure, offense, number 69, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Just a little antsy in the red zone, you know.
But no big deal, like you said.
No,
big deal.
it's not. It's not really. You just get a little antsy. You're trying to come off the ball. It isn't a big deal. 10 yards for this offense is nothing. And like I said, it actually gives Ty Miller a little bit more space to operate. And I mean, it looks like Clovis or Central, they're sticking with man coverage. No safety help. One-on-one out here on the perimeter. Danielle Booker Jr. and Blake Matthew lined up single coverage.
Miller passing high in the end zone, incomplete. Nearly intercepted. He was going to the back of the end zone from Matthew again.
Yeah, he had Blake Matthew again, single coverage that time. Gerald Perry knocks it away, but Jarrell Albert is beat. Blake Matthew is wide open in the back of the end zone, but a nice play coming across, getting a hand on that football. Otherwise, it's 13-0 right now, Clovis East. And if Central's going to continue to play man coverage on the perimeter, I would expect Ty Miller all night long to look for those one-on-one matchups with guys he thinks can win.
Empty backfield on third down. Miller keeping, slides and slips as he got to about the 10-yard line. So now it's fourth down.
Yeah,
they're going to bring a kicking team in.
Yeah, that play call to me, quarterback design run. They're running power to the right. They send everybody over to the left side of the formation. Try to run quarterback power back to the right. They were trying to set up a fourth down and go for it opportunity if it were 4th and 5, but now ball back around the 10-yard line. Clovis East gonna take the sure points.
Francisco Damas 5 of 7 on field goal attempts this year. This is from 27 yards out. And the left-footed kicker puts it through.
Not a lot of times a possession where one team scores is a win for both teams, but Central, you give up a turnover on your first possession of the game. Clovis East gets the ball right around midfield. They pop a big one to Danielle Booker Jr. They're looking at 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. As a defense, when you come into that sudden change situation, all you're trying to do after a turnover is not give up a touchdown. So Central gave up the big one to Booker, but they were able to hold Clovis East out of the end zone. That's a big-time momentum stop for that Central defense. They gave up a couple chunk plays. They had given up a touchdown already. Nice play on the pass breakup by Gerald Perry coming across and really saving a touchdown, and then you stop Ty Miller on 3rd down. So well done by that Central defense answering the call after that turnover.
That has to be a confidence booster.
Big
to
time.
hold him to the field goal instead of the touchdown.
Especially when, you know, they've already gone over the top twice on you. They've already hit you up top, and then Blake Matthew was open again. It's a nice stop for the Central defense.
Kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. Tonight's injury report is sponsored by Accelerated Urgent Care. Feel better fast.
Free kick out of bounds. Central's elected to take the ball 25 yards from the previous spot. 1st and 10 Central.
So the Grizzlies will start from the 35.
Yeah, much better field position. They started around their own 15 on that first possession, got it out to midfield before the turnover. I expect this approach to be largely the same. Jelani Dipple handing the ball to Brandon Smith, a deliberate operation.
Smith picking his way through the left side for some yardage. Tonight's Smile Cam is sponsored by Toyota. There you go.
Love it, love it. She is ready.
Yeah, we like the Smile Cam, sponsored by Toyota. She's got a field pass on there and everything.
Yeah, she's big time.
Future media star. Smith dropped for a loss. This is one of the guys that you profiled in the pregame, made the play, Jack Nelson. How about 10 sacks?
Yeah, just he's
10 sacks.
So disruptive, and he's not just a pass rush guy. He's a complete football player at the defensive end position. Very stout in the run game. Already made a couple of tackles for loss tonight. Another one right there on that second down possession. Here we go. We talked about obvious passing situations for Central. You know, the advantages on that Clovis East defense. They do a good job of getting after the quarterback in these 3rd and to-go situations.
3rd and 5 at Smith, trying to break a couple of tackles, pushing the pile.
Wow.
He may have pushed himself out to his first down. Yes, move the sticks. That's a big time 1st and 10 by Brandon Smith. 1st and 10 sponsored by Serrano's Furniture.
Man, what a run. I mean, he was hit 2 or 3 yards short of that first down marker. Just kept his legs pumping, got his pads down, bounced off one, and just kept driving forward. Little hand on the ground to propel himself. That's just an effort play to move the sticks for Brandon Smith.
Pass over the perimeter, and there's not much there. Stacked up right about at the line of scrimmage. That's Bayon Harris, a sophomore, very young Central team.
Yeah. Yeah, they've done a really nice job of Kyle Biggs. You know, his teams are always playing the best during championship time. He just does a nice job of continuing to develop his team and improving them throughout the season, and this is another example of that.
Keeping it on the ground, this is Jeffrey Amosa, the ball carrier. Another sophomore. Right after the game, stay tuned for 2.5 Men. That's coming up on the CW 59.
I really like this approach from Kyle Biggs and the Central Grizzly offense. You have a sophomore quarterback. He has thrown 36 touchdowns on the season. That's 3 per game. He's experienced at this point in the season. But you just don't want to get into a shootout with Ty Miller because Ty Miller is so good.
Direct snap to Smith, and he's going to do the same thing. Push the pile across the line for a 1st and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture.
And then you start to, you know, as a defense, when an offense is just running the ball right at you, like you start to lock in a little bit. You start to come downhill a step earlier. You don't maybe necessarily read your keys the same you would if you weren't getting the ball ran right down your throat. So it really allows that passing game to open up when Central decides to throw it.
And there's the pass. Deep. Catch. Short of the goal line. But it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1.
I mean,
wow.
we just talked about it, Ralph. We just talked about this running game will set up opportunities in the pass game. Zeb White, single coverage on the perimeter. Jelani Dipple, play action fake on 1st down and launches one right on the money. Hit Zeb White in stride.
I thought that was going to be overthrown, but White hit another gear.
He ran right underneath that one.
And Brandon Smith into the end zone for the touchdown.
Unfazed. unfazed. Sophomore quarterback, down 10-0. You just gave up a turnover. You just gave up points for the second time of the night. And all Central does is take the field and execute the game plan that they came into this game with. And that let Brandon Smith control the tempo of this football game by running the ball, and then when we have the opportunities with one-on-one matchups, we feel like we can win on the perimeter, let's go ahead and take advantage of that. What an answer from the Grizzlies, going down 10-0, coming back with that answer to make it 10-7.
Wow, well, that's what you were hoping for if you're rooting for Central. It was a quick comeback, a quick bounce back, stopping them defensively, forcing them to settle for a field goal, and you come back to get a touchdown.
Yeah, just like I said, unfazed. And here we go, Jelani Dipple knew he was going to get hit, but man, that is a dime, Ralph. That is a dime, just right on the money. Zeb White, nice job adjusting back outside just a little bit to secure that one, and then too much beef in front of Brandon Smith inside the 1 yard line to keep him out of the end zone. Again, a well-executed drive. We're going to be deliberate in our tempo. We're going to run the football, and then when we get a chance to go up top, we got to take advantage of those opportunities. It's exactly what Central did on that second drive.
Dipple, the sophomore quarterback, passed for 2,853 yards coming into this game, completing 58%. 36 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, but he's passed for more yards than the guy across from him who's getting all the accolades.
Right. Who is the best player in the Central section, without a doubt. But Jelani Dipple, for a sophomore especially, has been an extremely impressive season. It's not easy to operate Kyle Biggs' offense as a quarterback, and he has done a fantastic job doing that.
That kickoff sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. Now see what Clovis East does to respond with 1.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they do it all. They run it, they throw it, quarterback design, run game. I mean, they really are just a handful to defend. A little bit surprised that Central has been so aggressive in man coverage early in this football game. We'll see if they make some adjustments, especially with Clovis East, so far away from the end zone.
Miller with the handoff. This is Traymel Horton, a senior.
Now moving a little bit, with a little bit of pace, Clovis East have that big blocking back inside.
Horton again takes it out of bounds. He came in with 734 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns.
They have guys all over the place that can get it done. Danielle Booker Jr., Tamel Horton, Blake Matthew, Harold Duvall, Lindsey Graves will also carry the ball to the backfield. Then you have Ty Miller. I mean, just a complete football team offensively that can hurt you in so many different ways. Here we go, big third down, 3rd and 1. Big opportunity for Central to try to get a stop defensively.
Horton ran into a wall. He could have enough progress. Well, looks like they're going to spot him well short.
Man, what a physical tackle. I think that was Brandon Smith coming off the edge. Yeah, Brandon Smith just reading that zone, inside zone read. He's responsible for the back. He comes right downhill, takes care of his responsibility. Physical tackle right at the point of attack to keep Clovis East from converting that 3rd and short.
This first quarter has been sponsored by BD&J Injury Lawyers. Make the right call.
What a stop. What an answer. Central, they keep Clovis East out of the end zone, immediately come down and score a touchdown, and then
Thomas
their
to
first
punt.
stop of the night.
Really nobody back deep. Bounces out of bounds around the 20. I was looking at the stats that they listed, and it said that Clovis East had not punted all year. So during warm-ups, saw a guy warming up punting. And I asked one of the coaches, I said, have you guys punted? He goes, well, we didn't punt the last game, and maybe we punted 6 times all year. We don't do it too much.
Yeah, not a lot. That's why, I mean, that's a huge stop. Not just a 3rd down stop to get the ball back, but 3rd and 1. Easily attainable you know, especially with this explosive Clovis East offense. But Brandon Smith coming off the edge, we talked about him before the game. He's going to have to do it on both sides of the ball, and he has had a fantastic first quarter.
Smith trying to bounce, and there's nowhere to bounce. They have gained a half yard. But that's going to take us to the end of the quarter. So the teams will switch sides, and hey, we got a game.
We do. Just what we were hoping for.
Clovis East 10, Central 7. We played 1. We'll be back with the second quarter. Right after this, you're watching Glen Swamp Tires Friday Night Rivals. All right, Luis is working our end zone camera tonight, and hello, Luis.
Hello. Watch out.
Yeah, right.
Has come in. Oh, man, that was very, very close to being. Look, he's not phased at all.
No, not at all.
Luis, look,
he's a gamer.
Just posted up, no big deal. I love it. What a first quarter, man. Some explosiveness, a turnover, a stop defensively. And we've kind of identified what the game plans are for each side. Central, they're going to be deliberate offensively. They want to control the tempo. They want Brandon Smith to really be the main ball carrier tonight. They want him to really dictate how this game goes. Clovis East, they're going to put it in Ty Miller's hands. They're going to let him distribute it. They're going to let him run with it. When they have a one-on-one matchup, they are not shy about taking shots over the top.
You can't find an empty seat here on the Clovis East side.
This is awesome, man. This is a great crowd.
They're filling in pretty good over on the Central side. That pass is nearly intercepted. The defender jumped the route, Jade Lopez, and that had pick 6 written all over it.
Yeah, first mistake from Jelani Dipple tonight. He probably should just give that one to Brandon Smith in the zone read. Doesn't see the free safety in the middle of the field. Tries to hit that RPO slant out of the slot to Dalen Scott, and just lucky that it's not 16-7 right now. Clovis East celebrating in the end zone.
Dipple has room to roam, but going to pull it down and take off. Out about the 30 to if they give him the 31, he's got the first down, and they'll say move the sticks. First down on the run by Dipple.
Very nice job by Dipple. Nobody open. They were empty formation. He tucks it, just tries to extend it at first, but then a little pump fake and sees green and goes and gets it. No slide neither, Ralph. He's diving forward for that first down. Nice, very composed third down snap from the sophomore.
Wanted to throw again. He's tripped up back at the 30. Big thank you to this year's trophy sponsor, Ace Trophy in Clovis, for all your custom award design needs.
Yeah, this front four for Clovis East is really good. I know Central's starting to spread this Clovis East defense out 2 snaps in a row out of empty. Because Jelani Dipple is such a good athlete, he can operate very well in space, but Clovis East pursues well. They don't get out of position. They make it difficult for your quarterback to make plays off script that time. Nice pursuit. Get Jelani Dipple in the backfield for a loss on first down.
He'll give it to Smith. There's an opening on the right side, and busts his way out across the 35 to about the 37. So third down.
And he hits the line so quick. It looked like a kind of a normal run, but instead he picks up 8 or 9 yards to, take it from 2nd and 12 to, about 3rd and 6. So very manageable. You can still hand it off to Brandon Smith if you have a numbers advantage in the box, or you can try to get it out quickly.
They're going to run. He breaks into the secondary with a couple of great lateral moves. Wow, Brandon Smith taking it into Timberwolves territory at the 46. That's another 1st and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture. Man, he'll say, I'm taking a risk.
He's just so good with the ball in his hands. His vision is so good. He sees everything. He can make you miss. I mean, that was a nasty, nasty move, and he runs hard at the end of runs. A complete package. That's why we talked about him before the game. He is such a big piece of what Central does on both sides of the football. This is exactly the game they need from Brandon Smith to knock off the undefeated Timberwolves.
He has a bunch of stickers on his helmet for things he's done this season. This time is Dipple churning his way inside the 40 to about the 39. Nice gain on 1st down.
Yeah, just running that zone read RPO look, so he can either give it to his running back, he can keep it himself, or he can get it out in the quick passing game. That time Jelani Dipple keeps it, works his way around the edge, picks up a nice chunk on 1st down.
Oh, just as he was trying to throw and let that one loose, he was hit and dropped. Joshua Wilson make that 8 sacks on the year. He had 7 coming in.
Yeah, he should have given that one to his running back that time. Jelani Dipple should have given it to Amosa. Instead, he holds onto it and takes a shot. Nice job by Joshua Wilson coming off the edge, just playing his responsibility, eyes on the quarterback, getting a hit on Jelani Dipple in the backfield to set up a 3rd and 6. It's the second time in that RPO zone read game that Jelani Dipple has made the wrong read, and it's cost them yardage each time.
Tonight's Salute to Troops is sponsored by Central Distributing. Dipple looking for somebody downfield. Throws to the sideline. The pass is incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Clovis East, 3rd and 6 that time. They send pressure. Both inside linebackers coming right through the A-gaps in a cross stunt. Nice job by Brandon Smith picking up the pressure, allowed Jelani Dipple to get outside the pocket, extend that play. Just couldn't find a receiver inbounds. Got it to Bayon Harris, but he was out of bounds. And Central 4th and 6 from the 42, keeping the offense on the football field.
They might have a receiver up there lined up offside. Play goes off anyway, and the pass is complete, breaking the tackle and into the secondary. Down inside the 20, inside the 15 is Bayon Harris with a nice run after the catch, but a conversion on 4th down.
Big time. We know Kyle Biggs likes to go for it on 4th down. He's extremely aggressive. If he's in plus territory and it's 4th and manageable, he's going to go for it. That time, nice slant route as a number 1 receiver from Bayon Harris coming back inside, and then just the big sophomore dragging people for more yardage.
One sophomore throwing to another. You think they're going to be loaded here in the coming years? There's Harris again, but nothing there this time.
Well defended that time. Just trying to hit that little funnel screen, that little rocket screen, whatever you want to call it. Just try to get some blockers out in front of your number 1 receiver, coming back inside and try to find a crease, but very well defended by Clovis East.
Smith inside the 5, taken down at about the 3.
Better pack a lunch today, Ralph. You better pack a lunch if you're Clovis East defensively, because Brandon Smith is coming at you. He is not going to slow down. He's not going to stop. He's going to go both ways. He's going to carry the football a lot. He's going to finish runs physically. I mean, this is going to be a barn burner type of a football game, and number 2 is going to touch it all night long.
He's in for a direct snap here. Takes it. Runs up the middle, jukes to the right, back to the left, into the end zone. No, they're going to say just short.
Just short.
Somebody's helmet came rolling off. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1.
Yeah, I'm going to bet that Brandon Smith gets a direct snap and gets behind some big bodies and tries to get back into the end zone.
He's back there again, takes it, pushes the pile, into the end zone, touchdown, Central.
Number 2, Brandon Smith getting into the end zone again, 2nd time tonight. Go back to that 3rd and 1 where Clovis East was stopped short by who? Brandon Smith coming off the edge, tackling the running back on the inside zone, and then carries it all the way down the other way and gets him to the end zone again. Get some water, get some oxygen, take a breather, because, man, Brandon Smith is working tonight.
Grizzlies have their first lead. Xavier Jones with the extra point. And it is 14-10 Central. Brandon Smith coming out of the direct snap.
Too easy, just too easy. Nice push up front. Aiden Chavez, the lead blocker, and Brandon Smith just kind of falling into the end zone.
All right, we're coming back with more. Stay with us. Grizzlies are getting it done down at the goal line. They're finding ways to get it into the end zone with Brandon Smith. He's got 2.
And he was like, okay, let's celebrate. Now let me go to the sideline and recover, because I'm going to go right back on the field on defense, and I'm not going to get too many breathers tonight. You know, I keep talking about how important we said Brandon Smith was going to be to this football game, and you know, as he plays tonight, that's how the Central Grizzlies team is going to go.
The kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank.
I like that approach on the kickoff, too, from Central. The first one they kicked a little bit deeper. Daniel Booker got it, was able to get past the 50 and set up Clovis East in really nice field position. Just kick that little squib kick, let the up back fall on it, and give Clovis East the ball at the 35-yard line. Line up defensively, and let's get to work.
All right, let's send it back downstairs to Kevin Miller for a sideline report. Kevin?
With that touchdown by the Central Grizzlies, it's only fitting that we celebrate Central East High School. I'm here with Melissa. Melissa, you've got an upcoming folklorico performance, yes? Tell us about it.
It's our annual winter show. It's December 6th. You could buy tickets on Omela and with Rosita Gonzalez at Central East High School.
All right, and what do you love about folklorico?
Oh, I love that I could just like show other people like my culture and like just things like that, yeah.
basically a professional, right? And of course, Central East High School, they are giving back to their community. 'Tis the season, y'all. And Ethan, we've got Holiday Joy.
Yeah,
What is it?
So Holiday Joy is a thing that we do throughout all of our districts, and we see like from every district, from every school, we bring food and we distribute to the community. And it's on December 2nd for every school in our district. But on December 21st is the actual distribution through the whole community. And that's when all down at Central East High School.
Right on. We will be there. 'Tis the season, and the Grizzlies are given. Ralph Cam, back to you.
Thanks very much, Kevin. A big play by Clovis East has the Timberwolves down at the 30-yard line now of Central.
Blake
Catches
Matthew
me by
again
Matthew.
in the slot, single coverage. Gonna win that one more time than he loses.
This is Horton breaking free, making a couple of moves. Oh, hard to catch and hard to stop. Run out of bounds around the 10-yard line. Boy, what moves he put on. We've seen between Brandon Smith and him enough moves to stock a store.
That was nasty moves, just making guys miss, cutting back all the way across the field. I think we're going to get an illegal crackback block here.
Yeah, it's going to be against Central. No, against Clovis East.
Yeah, I thought it was an illegal crackback block. I saw that it was on Aiden Chavez right towards the end of that run. You don't really need to do it. You didn't help your running back at all, but that's a play that's been taken out of
Personal
football.
foul, face mask, offense number 5, 15 yards, first down.
The ball carrier
Yeah.
charged with face mask. You don't see that often.
Yeah, he must have tried to straight arm. So we go back to that Blake Matthew pass again. He's single covered in the slot. He is going to win that far more times than he loses. And Ty Miller, nice job putting that one on the money. And then Horton, making guys miss. Look at his nastiness.
There's the face mask right there. Little tug at the end, and down goes the quarterback in the backfield.
Oh, he's still up.
Made it to the 30. That's a loss.
Guess who? Coming up off the bottom of the pile again. Brandon Smith coming off the edge, getting to Ty Miller on that first down snap. Ty Miller, nice job just fighting back to the line of scrimmage. He was hit a couple yards short of that and just kind of fought his way back to the line.
The coach at Central in charge for giving out those helmet stickers better order some more.
Seriously, he's already racked up a bunch tonight.
No gain on that play, so it's 2nd and 10. Low snap, Miller gets it, going to throw to the far side. That's complete. Matthew, his favorite receiver kind of in this game so far.
Yeah, nice job that time by Central. They showed man coverage. They dropped to zone. It took Ty Miller just a little bit longer to assess where the open receiver was. Put some nice touch on that ball to hit Matthew in the hands and pick up a first down.
In the Toyota Red Zone, brought to you by Toyota. Tried to run there, not much. Player has to come out after losing his helmet.
Yeah, nice physical tackle at the point of attack. Nice pursuit by Central. Wanachoa, really nice physical tackle right at the point. Setting up 2nd and 9. 4 minutes left in this second quarter. Central does get the ball coming out at halftime. They did defer the opening kickoff.
Miller with the keeper inside the 10 to the 5, touchdown.
Ty Miller doing Ty Miller things. That outside zone read. So Ty Miller has that ball in the belly of his running back. He's reading the defense. As soon as he sees that defensive end come down, he pulls it, hits the edge, bounces outside, breaks a couple tackles, and gets into the end zone to give Clovis East another lead tonight. Well executed drive. What an answer from Clovis East.
Still 4 minutes to go before halftime.
Yeah, he's reading the inside linebacker, actually. Inside linebacker takes a step forward on the running back, and then Ty Miller does the rest, using his athleticism to get to the edge, breaking a couple tackles, getting into the end zone as advertised tonight. Ty Miller thrown for one. Now he's ran for another. 17-14. I don't think the scoring is going to slow down tonight, Ralph. And if you're Central, big opportunity here. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. You get the ball coming out of halftime. You know, Bill Belichick always talked about that middle 8, right? The end of the first half, the last 4 minutes of the first half, the first 4 minutes of the second half. You can really change the trajectory of a football game. That's the opportunity Central has right here with this possession.
Yeah, the Timberwolves played that series like they didn't like being behind.
Right. They're not really used to being behind,
no.
So they were trying to remedy that as quickly as possible.
Kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. Here's our weekly financial wellness tip, sponsored by Premier Valley Bank, enriching lives one customer, employee, and community at a time.
Hey, Kevin Miller here with your Premier Valley Bank student financial tip. Set small-term financial goals. Getting experience from setting small, achievable financial goals when you are young helps you meet and even succeed in your long-term financial goals later on. This was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank, a local bank you can depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph Cam, back to you.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Central back on offense, but no gain on that pass.
Yeah,
that was the receiver, but the defender's right there.
That was the correct read that time by Jelani Dipple. He had a numbers advantage out wide. He had 2 blockers on 2 defenders. He got the ball to Bayon Harris, but those blockers did not keep the DBs away from Bayon Harris. Nice pursuit, nice tackle for no gain.
Tavion Horton with the tackle. And on second down, nothing there.
Central got the ball right around 4 minutes left in this second quarter. Now 3rd and 10, 3 minutes, 15 seconds left. You know, they moved quickly on that second down snap. Not really the way they've been executing tonight. They've been a little bit more deliberate, but big opportunity right here, Clovis East. 3rd and 10, 3 minutes left in this second quarter. They can steal an extra possession here.
He breaks out of the pressure and is stopped at about the 28-yard line. Dipple, the quarterback, was nearly swallowed up in that pile. He shot out of there like, wow, I'm getting away.
Yeah, that same inside linebacker pressure, that cross stunts into both inside guys. Dipple does a nice job identifying that, stepping up in the pocket, tries to run to...
Well, they wouldn't go for it here.
Hey, Kyle Biggs will go for it anywhere on the football field, Ralph. He is not scared at all. May just try to get them to jump off sides, may to try to honk count, but it wouldn't surprise me if they snap this football.
Direct snap to Smith in the backfield. They're trying to draw him off. So does he actually do a play or take the penalty? No, they don't want to make a play. They'll take the timeout to avoid the penalty and have to kick it away. And Clovis East is going to have 2 minutes.
2 minutes, 2 timeouts for Clovis East. I like that call. It wouldn't surprise me if Kyle Biggs goes for it in his own territory on 4th and 2 if he feels like Brandon Smith and those big blockers can pick it up. But there's 2 minutes left in the first half. You're down 17-14. You get the ball coming out to start the second half. You don't want to make a mistake that changes the trajectory of this football game. So punt that ball away, try and get a stop defensively, go in down 3 at halftime, come out getting the ball after making some halftime adjustments. This
big difference, down 3 or down 10.
A huge difference, right? 1 possession versus 2 possessions. You know, you get a little bit of momentum if you get a stop right before halftime as opposed to giving up a score. This is a big possession at the end of this first half.
Zeb White back to punt.
Very dangerous, Zeb White, as a punter.
White kicks it a low kick that bounces out of bounds at about the 43. So very good field position.
Really nice field position. A minute 52 left. 2 timeouts. Clock stops to move the sticks. If you pick up a first down, get out of bounds, obviously the clock stops until you snap the ball in. So plenty of time for this Clovis East offense and Ty Miller to do what he does. Assess the defense, put the ball in the right position. You don't need a home run. You don't have to go get it right away. You have time to execute this drive.
But he has the guys who can go get it.
He does have the guys
Matthew
that can go
out there or Booker. You got to worry about him defensively. Then if you got those guys covered, he could take off. You've seen that. Got a screen to the far side, and it's sniffed out and defended for a loss. That's Smith doing everything.
Doing everything.
Doing absolutely everything.
First time tonight, they've really tried to get the ball to Harold Duvall, the Fresno State commit, big-time playmaker. Try to run a screen, but Brandon Smith just all over the place, pursuing that one from inside out, making a big tackle for loss on first down.
Stay tuned for the Xfinity Halftime Show featuring an interview with the school's principals. Second down, deep drop, going to take off. Gets to the 40 and tackled at about the 41-yard line. And no timeout taken.
No timeout. Central with 2, a minute 4 left, 3rd and 12. I mean, 3rd and 12. You know, if you're not facing Ty Miller in this offense, you probably take a timeout. You try to get a stop on 3rd and 12 and get the ball back for your offense. But 3rd and 12 is nothing to Ty Miller in this offense. They can pick up 3rd and 12 as easily as they can pick up 3rd and 4. So Kyle Biggs playing it a little bit conservative at the end of this first half, trying to get a stop.
So the timeout is taken. Is that their first of 3?
It's the second. I think Clovis East has 1 timeout left.
On the scoreboard, what's the scoreboard say? 2?
1. Timeout left, 1. Yeah, 3rd and 12. Clock was running. Just huddle up and make sure that you're on the right page. If you pick up the first down, you do have 1 timeout left. The clock will stop to reset the sticks. You can run up, you can spike it. Maybe you call 2 plays in the huddle right here. Hey, if we pick it up, same formation, we're running something at the sticks or trying to get out of bounds quickly. You know, you could run 2 plays based on what your normal operation is, but Brandon Nagel wanted to have a little bit more of a conversation before this big 3rd down and 12 attempt at the end of this first half.
So here we go. 3rd and 12. Clock will start with the snap. Miller looking, throws deep, has the pass. Booker complete at the 40. That's a 1st and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture.
This is such a tough route to defend. 2 receivers to the right for Ty Miller. The inside receiver runs vertical, so he clears out all the space. Danielle Booker runs a deep dig route, so a deep in cut. I mean, it's so hard for your underneath defenders to drop deep enough to get underneath that ball. You know, that was thrown at 22 yards depth. Great accurate throw from Ty Miller. Nice huge chunk pickup before this second quarter ends. Clovis East takes a timeout, 39 seconds left. You know, you're just trying to get points. Hey, 39 seconds, clock stops if I get a first down. It would not surprise me at all, Ralph, to see Clovis East just take some shots, you know, drop back and let Ty Miller go after it. If we take a look at that 3rd down conversion, Ty Miller the whole time, he's looking to his right, just waiting for that number 2 receiver to clear so Danielle Booker can come in behind him with tons of space. Nice job, great route, great patience by Ty Miller to let that develop. Nice protection up front from those big boys protecting their quarterback.
Yeah, there you see that packed out Clovis East side.
Yeah, it is packed here in La Monica. What a great scene for playoff football.
A lot of people standing, see in certain places too. Miller going to throw, and he's throwing deep. Has a man out there looking at the ball, and it's incomplete. I thought the defenders out there could have looked too. That was Duval, the intended receiver, double covered.
Yeah, trying to hit the deep shot to Harold Duval. Xavier Jones, step for step with the Fresno State commit. Great eye discipline, kept his eyes on the football, reached up and made a play on it right as it came down to Harold Duval. That is a big-time play from a cornerback on a big-time receiver. Just another sophomore, Ralph. His Central team just loaded with young talent.
2nd and 10, now 33.5 seconds to go. At the least, they'd like to get a chance to kick another one up into Luis's area. The end zone camera. Going for the end zone. Passes deep and incomplete. Defended there, nearly, I thought, picked off by Lonzo Jenkins. No, Jarrell Albert.
Yeah, nice job by Jarrell Albert. He's been the deep safety a couple times tonight, made some plays on the football. That time tracking Blake Matthews. Way too much time for Ty Miller in the pocket, man. He's going to find someone down the field. Nice adjustment right at the last second that time by Jarrell Albert to get his hands on that ball, because Blake Matthews, he had a step and he was going up to get that one again.
So it's 3rd and 10.
Just a three-man line. I don't like giving Ty Miller that much space, just sending 3 guys rushing. He's so dangerous.
Flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to unload again as a receiver. Intercepted or caught? Intercepted. That time he came back and actually finished the job, and he had to make up a lot of room. This is Jarrell Albert. He came from about the E over there in Clovis East end zone, it seemed like.
Yeah, nice.
Watch him close out of nowhere.
Nice speed turn, getting his head around, tracking the football in the air, and then going up and high pointing the ball.
Boy, some contact to be able to hang on like that.
Right, looked like his face mask got snagged a little bit. Tried to adjust the helmet afterwards. That's a big-time play, 2 in a row. Ty Mailer just so much time launching it up, trying to let one of his receivers make a play. Great defense for Central. That's what you want. You wanted to get a stop right before half. You get the ball coming out.
So they went after Jarrell Albert a couple of times, got away with it the first time, but not the second. Now the Grizzlies will probably just run out the clock here and get to the locker room down by 3. There's Albert with the saving interception just moments ago.
All we thought it was going to be back and forth, big plays, big time stops all over the place. What a great first half of football.
Yeah, all we thought and then some. A lot of scoring in that first quarter, not so much the second. But a 3-point game, the lead is bounced back and forth. Kyle Biggs, that's head coach at Central. I don't know if he's looking for us.
He's just, he's always unhappy at the officials. He's just letting them know, you can't act like your friends. Just, act a little adversarial. But great dude. He's done a fantastic job with this Central program every single year. They are just a perennial Division I title contender.
All right, it's halftime. We will step aside. You're watching Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals, where the Timberwolves trying to get to 13-0 and win a championship. We're up by 3 over Central. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are at halftime of the Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals Championship edition, and we have had a top-shelf first half. But now it's halftime, and that is the domain of our great Kevin Miller. Kevin.
All right, thanks, Ralph. It is indeed the Xfinity Halftime Report, and it's time for our Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete, brought to you by Wendy's. And, of course, our Scholar Athlete is none other than Clovis East Senior, Reese Helsel. Reese, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, we last saw one another at the Hall of Fame celebration as Player of the Year extraordinaire. You were able to participate. That was pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it was a really unique and awesome opportunity.
Right on. Well, someday CUSD, I think, is going to honor you as a Hall of Famer as well. That's just an early prediction, okay, Reese? I'm just putting it out there. So, our Scholar Athlete, 4.2 GPA, y'all. And, of course, Reese, you participate in some sports at Clovis East High School. What do you participate in?
I do water polo and swim.
Okay, in water polo, what's your position?
I'm a right-handed attacker, so I play the 1-2 side.
Okay, the 1-2 side. I have no clue what that is, but she does. That's why she's player extraordinaire. And then in swimming, what are your events?
I usually swim the 100 free and the 100 backstroke.
Fantastic. If you had to pick between the two sports, would there be a favorite?
100% water polo.
Oh my gosh. Okay, swim coaches, no offense, all right? She's just keeping it real. Reese is doing that, all right? And then with your water polo endeavors, I hear that you may be heading somewhere to play water polo. Share with our audience.
I'm going to the University of California, Berkeley.
All right, playing water polo there. Looking forward to that. Go Bears. And then while you are at Berkeley, what will you be studying? What are you going to focus on?
I plan to study psychology in hopes of becoming a trial lawyer.
Fantastic, yeah. And then with our community, and one of the things about Vince Wesson was he was always giving back to the community. You've done some very special things with the youth and water polo.
Yes, I'm a youth water polo coach. I volunteer with the elementary kids.
And that's kind of rare, but it's up and coming. The younger they are, they're going to start playing water polo, thanks to Coach Reese, that's for sure. Well, Coach Reese, you are now eligible for a $5,000 scholarship, courtesy of Wendy's. Sounds pretty good, huh?
Sounds pretty amazing.
Scholarship and Wendy's. Thanks for that sponsorship. Yes. Congratulations, our Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete, Reese Helsel from Clovis East High School, running with the pack and the Timberwolves. And we'll be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this. Well, welcome back to the Xfinity Halftime Report. It's time for our Educator Spotlight, where we feature our illustrious principals. Now, they're busy, y'all. Yes, they may have started Thanksgiving break, but they are doing a lot out here for our championship, Central Section 1AA. I'm here with Brad Edmonds of Central East High School. Brad, I mean, it wouldn't be Friday Night Rivals without talking at least once or twice, yeah?
At least once.
All right, happy Thanksgiving, by the way, upcoming. And then speaking of Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for about Central East and the Grizzlies?
You know, I'm really thankful for our staff. They work very hard. I'm also thankful for our service clubs. We have an Interact Club with about 150 kids that have worked hard with trunk or treats throughout the district, and they're getting ready to do Help with Santa's Village at the Teague Community Center. So really proud of the efforts they're putting into our community.
Fantastic. Appreciate that, Brad. And of course, with Ethan sharing about Holiday Joy, that drive coming up, we just love the fact that you're giving back to the community. Thanks so much, and go Grizzlies, huh? Yeah, and then Dr. Isley, come on over here. Yeah, great to see you, Ryan Isley. We go way back. We used to teach with one another at Clovis East High School back in the day, and now this guy runs the place. Congrats on that. We were just talking about 'tis the season of being thankful, and I'm sure you're very thankful about a lot of things when it comes to the Timberwolves.
Absolutely. We're thankful for our incredibly hardworking staff who've just put in countless hours to get our students to this point. We're all very thankful for Thanksgiving break. But tonight is super exciting. Our coaching staff has put in countless hours since last season, and I know they're just pumped to be in this game, and we're thrilled that you guys could be here tonight to support us.
Yeah, and we talk with your students about just the school spirit and about Unity Week and about unified sports. I mean, Clovis East, there's a special spirit about you, and we appreciate your leadership and your contributions. Right on, and thanks for hosting us. Yeah, this is the game. Thanks for Dr. Isley, Mr. Edmonds, principals of our respective high schools. And hey, y'all, we're going to be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this. Welcome back to the Xfinity Halftime Report. It's one of our primary moments in our halftime celebration. That, of course, is the Les Schwab Cheer Challenge. Now, we appreciate so much about Les Schwab and their partnership with Friday Night Rivals, and they are everywhere. Of course, they're more than just a tire center, more than just tires, checking your brakes, your oil, the safety checks, balance, rotation. All that is good, you bet, but they're a part of our community, and they give back to these types of sports, the Central Section playoffs, the Central Section championships, our fairs, our toy drives, to youth groups. Toy drives coming up, by the way. We got a lot of people gearing up for this cheer challenge, but we want to give a shout out to Les Schwab and appreciate your partnership, because doing what's right matters. And of course, what matters right now is that we get this cheer challenge, this tire roll on. Now, here's a little rare sneak peek. We've got Clovis East High School fired up and ready to go. We got a little time here. We can do a little pre-game interview. All right, team, what's it going to take to get this win tonight?
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work. That's the unity, unselfishness. That's the focus of the Timberwolves. Now let's come on, mosey over here to our Central East Grizzlies. What's going on, Grizzlies? Oh, see, now they're a little more chill, a little more focused. We got to know, just real quick, we won't tell Clovis East, what is the secret to success and the win tonight?
Grizzly Pride. CGOE.
CGOE. Central Grizzlies over everything, y'all. All right. You get set. You know, stretch. Don't pull a hammy. Come on. Let's go down here. We got to go to the 50. Come on, we're going. Ow. Okay. Woo. Yikes. Okay. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Our last feature of halftime. And will it be the Central East Grizzlies? Or will it be the Clovis East Timberwolves? All right. On your marks. Get set. Go! Oh, the Timberwolves are off early. Central's veering. Will teamwork do it? It's the Timberwolves! That's amazing! Oh my gosh! You did it! You go! Come over here! Hey! Come over here, Timberwolves! Run this way! Come on! We did it! It's running with the pack! Teamwork made it happen!
Yes!
What'd you think about your race? Was it your finest performance yet?
Yeah, but we can always do better.
Oh, we can always do better indeed.
We did great.
All right, so now here's the thing. Is this going to be the determining factor that makes the football team win the Central Section Championship? All right, go over to Clovis East, and let's get a cheer. Congratulations to Clovis East. And we will be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this. Woo! I'm tired, and I pulled like a flag toy.
Welcome back, everybody. We're at Tim Simons Field, Monica Stadium.
Rightly
Still waiting
so.
for those teams to come back and rejoin us. Halftime has been sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports from best seat in the house with Xfinity. Bring on the good stuff. Got some highlights to show you from an entertaining first half.
Ty Miller doing Ty Miller things, getting outside the pocket, using his legs in that first drive, and then finds his favorite target, Blake Matthew. Nice job going up and high pointing that one. And then Jelani Dipple the other way. Nice conversion to move the sticks. Then the turnover. Ty Miller takes advantage, finds Danielle Booker Jr. down the sideline, sets him up first and goal, but a couple of far stop penalties pushed him back. They settle for a field goal. Then Brandon Smith starting to take over the football game. Big-time shot to set him up first and goal. Brandon Smith gets him to the end zone. Dipple, nice job using his legs to extend it. That 4th and 2 on the 42. Kyle Biggs goes for it. Jelani Dipple converts it, and then Brandon Smith into the end zone again. Ty Miller moving them down, trying to put points on the board before the half. Outside zone read, tucks it, gets to the outside, and puts Clovis East up 17-14, which is where we'll start this second half.
Here's a reminder, be sure to join us next week. We are going to broadcast another CIF championship game. We're just not sure yet.
Yeah, we're not sure
we're going
where
to choose.
The games are
we don't know
where
where the semifinals are being played tonight all over the valley, but we will have a game on CW59 1 week from tonight. And a championship will be at stake in one of the divisions.
That's right. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1A, 1AA being played tonight. Frontier up 24-0 against Bakersfield High, so I think they're going to lock up that 1A championship. But this one, half over, Ralph. Whole lot of fireworks still to go.
Well, I'll tell you, the matchup of the quarterbacks has been fairly even. You consider that one guy is a sophomore playing really in his biggest game. For Ty Miller, this is his biggest game too, but he's a senior and he's been through the wars for a long time.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a while. He understands everything about this offense. Let's go. Clovis East getting going in the second half.
Yeah, the fog is rolling in.
Welcoming the team back. I love it. Little Michael Jordan, LeBron. I can smell the baby powder from here. A lot of fans not too happy behind him, but hey, man, it's championships. It's championship Friday night.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Central getting the ball to start. You're right. Jelani Dipple played a very nice first half. Did have the one throw on the RPO that was almost intercepted and taken back the other way. More a good defensive play than a negative offensive play. Had the read, saw the slant, tried to throw it, but a nice job by the free safety coming down. Ty Miller, he's just always composed, not making mistakes. Took some shots at the end of that first half. Didn't come up with any. Did throw an interception that was pretty much meaningless, but
Jarrell Albert made a great interception there at the end.
Yeah, had a couple nice.
And he got picked on. He got picked on early.
He did.
He threw over the top once and got past him, but not again.
Yeah, Kyle Biggs. See what his halftime adjustments are. I think that first half went largely just how he wanted it to go. Brandon Smith controlling the tempo. Jelani Dipple making good decisions with the football. They were challenging those Clovis East receivers. We'll see if they play a little more zone coverage, force Clovis East to maybe run the football a little bit more. And how much does he put on his sophomore quarterback? How much does he put on his plate? Brandon Nagel, he can put it all on Ty Miller's plate. He knows the senior signal caller is comfortable, understands everything they're trying to do. How about two former Clovis Cougar, Tim Simon disciples playing on Tim Simon's field tonight at LaMonica Stadium for a Central Section Championship? I saw Tim Simons last night at the Fresno County Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Still coaching freshman football at Clovis North, still impacting young people. One of the most, just genuine, thoughtful, fantastic people you'll ever meet. Had the joy to play for him at Fresno State, coach with him at Fresno City. It was a blast, and he's a legend. And this field, Tim Simon Field, aptly named for a football legend here in the Central Valley.
My son was a freshman, I guess, at Buchanan when Coach Simons was hired to start the program at Clovis North, and they played them. I don't know if it was a freshman game or a JV game. It must be freshman because it was their first year. And my son said, because they did all the stuff that the bigger schools did. You know, they went in motion, they flexed, they looked like Dallas Cowboys offensive line. Everybody stands up and takes a stance. And he said, we had no idea what was going on. You know, we're just line up and play.
Yeah, right.
But they did all this other stuff, and I think they went undefeated as a freshman team. And Coach Simons has his fingerprints all over a lot of football programs here in the Valley.
No doubt.
Kyle Biggs, one of his guys, won a championship. He's been to this game as a coach, 7 times in the last 8 years?
7 times in the last 8 years.
He's had Central to the finals.
Yeah. 3-section titles, that Division I-AA state championship in 2019, that 15-0 Trent Tompkins,
the Trent Tompkins,
Xavier Worthy team. I mean, he's done a fantastic job building this Central program, and they perennially, they are a contender at the highest level in the Central section, and they continue on, and they're a competitor at the highest level of the California State playoffs. Outside of St. John Bosco and Mater Dei, those two schools, you got to keep them on their own. But outside of that, Central, they can play with anybody. They beat Sierra Canyon in 2019 to win that state championship, where LeBron's kids went to and Scottie Pippen's kids went. I mean, they beat a private school down there that plays in that same league. They can compete with anybody around the state. And this team is good, but they are so young. This Central Grizzlies team, they're going to be better next year than they are this year. And that's a scary thought, because they're down 3 to the 12-0, number 12 ranked Clovis East Timberwolves in the state.
Yeah, 12th in the state is Clovis East. The kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. Francisco Damas, the left-footed kicker, kicks it inside the 5-10. Hit at the 15 and stop there. Xavier Jones on the return.
There's a big advantage for Clovis East in the kicking game. Central, they don't really want to mess with the Clovis East defenders. They kick a split kick. They give it to Clovis East at the 35-yard line. Clovis East, they booted that one inside the 10. Xavier Jones couldn't really get started. And Central, again, second time tonight. First possession of the night, they started around the 15. This time they're starting around the 17-yard line. So well-executed kickoff to start the second half.
Dipple hands it off to Smith, who made some people miss. It should have been a tackle in the backfield, but he got through it.
Yeah, that was, I mean, the way that was drawn up, and the fact that Jack Nelson was coming off the edge, Brandon Smith just made him miss, made another guy miss, and was able to turn, a loss into a 3-yard gain on first down.
Tonight's closed captioning is sponsored by Sante Health. Sante Physicians, the best doctors, the best choice. Pass over to the far side. That's Zeb White, I believe, at around the 30.
Nice job by Dipple, just taking what the defense gives him. They dropped in zone coverage. Zeb White ran that route right at the sticks. Jelani Dipple stood up, threw it to him on time, allowed him to turn around, pick up that first down.
1st and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture. We've got a penalty against the offense.
Dead ball, legal procedure, offense number 59, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That is Sergio Ramos, our referee tonight.
And not what Central wants to do. Clovis East, 1st and 15, not a big deal. Ty Miller can get everything done. Central, they want to control this tempo. You want to stay ahead of the sticks.
Pass is complete to Dalen Scott. We haven't called his name much tonight, but that'll go for a loss.
Again, there's a number advantage on the perimeter for Central. They have enough blockers to block all the Clovis East defenders out there. They're just not executing the blocks well enough to allow the receivers who catch those quick kind of now hitch screens. They don't have any blockers in front of them, and they get tackled right away. Nice pursuit from Clovis East. Good read by Dipple. That's where he should go with the football. But those Central blockers on the perimeter, they have to start moving guys around.
Brandon Smith in motion. Dipple looked that way. Now he's going to dump it over the middle, and his flag comes flying in, and another flag.
And nice job by Dipple escaping, finding Brandon Smith. I think we're going to have a holding on Central, and I think a roughing the passer penalty on Clovis East.
That's exactly what it is. Holding one side, personal foul the other side. But one of the officials really got to air it out on that one. Flag covered about 20 yards, didn't it?
Holding, offense, personal foul, defense against the defenseless player. Those penalties off split. We'll replay second down.
Yeah, Jack Nelson was held coming off the edge when Dipple tried to escape the pocket. Oh, nice catch.
Short of the 30 at about the 28-yard line. E.J. Morgan, the receiver.
Nice job going up and getting that one. Dipple had to throw that over a defender in that flat area. E.J. Morgan went up and snagged that one.
Third and about 11.
First third down of this second half. Clovis East playing cover 2.
Dipple going to be hit, breaks the tackle, hit again, and down he goes. There may be a flag on the play.
Yeah, they're looking.
Well, the official is standing around the 30, and the coach is not very happy.
Yeah, Dipple tried to escape. Nice job pursuing by Clovis East that time. Nowhere to go with the football. They are not very happy on that Clovis East sideline.
I don't know, is that a second sideline warning, or he's given a sideline warning that should last into next year? He's letting them hear it.
Sideline interference against Clovis East. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. We'll replay third down.
Wow.
That's sideline interference. That's a little more than sideline warning, isn't it? When you come in contact with the, is that saying you came in contact with a player?
No, not contact. They're just, he's running around
them
on the sideline. Players are coming on the field, so they need to keep off. They got to let him do his job. That 2-yard belt on the sideline is for safety for everybody, players as well as officials. So I think it was a good call.
Sideline interference, but the down counts. So it's 4th and 5. Yeah?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, they gave him 5 yards from the 30 to the 35. But no, they didn't.
Yeah, they gave him 5. They were at the 30.
Yeah, maybe they're going to figure it out here. By the way, you're hearing Don Smith.
Yeah, go ahead. Introduce
Don
me,
Smith
Ralph.
is
Thank you.
A long-time official in the Valley, one of the most respected guys out there when you were doing it.
Oh,
we enjoyed
thank
having you on as our TV voice when you were down there, and we love having you in the
Still
booth
the most respected referee. Every referee that we run into has such a tremendous amount of respect for Don Smith.
Yeah, the one guy, you're his idol. We heard didn't we, during one of the games?
Yeah, he got to work this week. He's down, I believe, at Kalinga tonight.
Oh,
so
okay.
that was Scott Hammock.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. We didn't know what you guys had going on. We were just listening.
Well, he was a last-minute fill-in, so he did a favor because somebody got ill. And
he saw the asterisk there. That was a TV game, huh?
That's right.
he knew I was up there. He's just taking a shot at me, just taking a shot at his old buddy.
With friends like you, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here's another weekly financial wellness tip sponsored by Premier Valley Bank, enriching lives one customer, employee, and community at a time.
Hey, Kevin Miller here with your Premier Valley Bank student financial tip. A savings account is your friend. Setting aside a stash of money you can count on in case of an emergency is savvy financial planning. This was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank, a local bank you can depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph Cam, back to you.
Thank you very much, Kevin. That was a 2nd and 7 play gain of about a yard.
Yeah, Central, they're continuing to line up in what looks to be man coverage on the perimeter. So it looks like a light run box, but really nice pursuit on that first down carry and that second down carry.
Julian Amosa was in on the stop as Miller lets it fly Incomplete. Well, again, double coverage over there defensively.
Yeah, looked like Harold Duvall had a step when Ty Miller threw that football, but a little bit underthrown. Harold Duvall tried to come back and make a play on it. Very nice coverage again down the field. I think Gerald Perry that time running step for Harold Duvall. That's a big ass. Harold Duvall is a big, fast athlete who's very explosive. Central has done a really nice job on him in man coverage all night long.
The Timberwolves will have to punt it away. And bounces out of bounds right around the 20. And that's where Central's going to take over when we come back. 7:58 to go here in the third quarter of the championship game, and it's 17-14 Clovis East leading Central. You're watching Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivalry. All right, break out the Asper Cream, the Icy Hot, all of the Tiger Bomb, whatever, because it's time for Kevin Miller's push-up challenge.
Well, you know that Friday Night Rivals is powered by the United States Army. And before we get to what Ralph said, which is my favorite part of the whole evening, we have a very special presentation. Sergeant Vo, what are we going to award this educator from Clovis East High School?
So we do have a Teacher of the Week award that we want to present to you. It's like a little plaque. We do appreciate you always helping us, always supporting us. Ever since I've been here, you always allowed us to do classroom presentations and spread awareness of the Army, the benefits and opportunities that we could give these students.
All right, let's clap it up for Mr. Miller. Now, of course, you are the Mr. Miller. Great last name, by the way. All right, not related, but, you know, we're celebrating. Hey, Mr. Miller, what do you love about teaching and being a part of the Clovis East Timberwolf family?
So, since it's a sports night, it seems right to use a team analogy, and it's all about the team. I got a great team here with Sergeant Latour and Tanvir, and all of these great students here, of course. They make the class great. And then all the staff and admin at the school, great team. They make this easy, and it's a great day to show up to work every single day.
Special family indeed. And then you guys have a tradition at football games, so if something happens for the T-Wolves, we're going to let you go. But what do you typically do?
So at the football games, we present the flags. So if you see some of the kids wearing like a real fancy suit, they bring out the flags. And then we also, these kids that are here in the sweatshirts, they're part of what we call our push-up crew. So every time we score a touchdown, we go out and we do however many points we just scored. And, of course, it's been working because we keep on winning.
And let's get warmed up for the second half, shall we? Sergeant Bo, what's about to go down?
The push-up challenge.
Let's do this push-up challenge. Everybody go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it going. Ralph Cam, It's been 3 weeks. Mr. Miller, set it off. Let us know. Ready? Yep. Yep. Go. Yeah. So it's been about 3 weeks. We've had the push-up challenge. So I'm rested. I'm rejuvenated. I've got a Miller next to me. Who's got
Tipple's pass incomplete. Intended for number 4 is Zach White. Broken up by Timberwolves number 13, O'Shea White. Fourth down and 5 for the Grizzlies.
I think all night. If we go to overtime, I'm good. I like this pace. How many want to go, Mr. Miller? We're going to keep going till that red light goes off. All right. Or it should go off soon. Route Cam, back to you. Let's get back to the game. Yes. Planking.
Why don't you keep it a while longer?
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going, Kevin Miller. 3 weeks rest. He was ready. Nice stop by Clovis East. 3rd and 5. Try to throw the out cut across the field just a little bit too much.
Oh,
I think that was
offside there.
Yeah.
On the other side of the field. And it was 4th and 5.
Yeah, that's an automatic first down.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense number 9. 5-yard penalty results in a first down Central.
Wow, that is... Man, we might go back to that one. 7:03 left. Clovis East up 17-14. They get a stop. Central backed up in their own territory and just get a freebie. Just a mental mistake. You can't make that type of mistake in that type of a situation. Now let's see, Central have not really gotten anything going offensively in this second half. Clovis East has done a nice job containing Brandon Smith and then pressuring Jelani Dipple when he drops back to pass. We'll see if they can reestablish some of that offensive momentum they had in the first half.
Dipple throwing deep. Oh. Has a man out there, stretches out, and can't hang on. Could not bring it in. Dalen Scott, the intended receiver.
Yeah, that was a great ball, too. He dropped that one in the bucket. Dalen Scott ran right underneath that one. Just went right through his hands. And that was a beautiful toss by Jelani Dipple. Under pressure, escaping a little bit.
Great effort, just could not quite bring it in.
Yeah, nice job by Dipple, just not phased.
And now a penalty against
Ineligible
Central.
man downfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Yeah, that's part of that. When you run those RPO, you know, you're reading the defense, you hold on to it. Offensive linemen, they're blocking like a run, so you get those offensive linemen downfield. Uh-oh.
Dipple to Smith. Thought he had some room over there on the sideline, but couldn't get away. Still going to be a positive yardage play.
Yeah, but Joshua Wilson, that is dangerous out there. Brandon Smith running to the sideline with space. Great pursuit, great open field roll tackle to bring a very, very dangerous running back down, because if Brandon Smith hits the corner route, there's nobody who is going to catch him.
Dipple under pressure. Unloads it here to the near side. Out of bounds and incomplete. Smith was the intended receiver.
Yeah, I think Central likes that matchup. Brandon Smith in man coverage against Joshua Wilson. A couple of nice plays by Josh Wilson. Makes a tackle on the sideline and then running step for step with Brandon Smith. But, you know, Brandon Smith is dangerous. So if you're Central, if you keep getting that matchup, you're going to keep going back to that.
3rd down and 7.
Clovis East crowd getting loud. 3rd and 7.
They were trying to run a man off the field.
Yeah,
they had to call a timeout.
They had 12 on the field, and lucky that Jelani Dipple didn't snap that football and catch him with 12 on the field. They were able to get a timeout. You don't want to lose the timeout in the second half like that.
All right, tonight's Smile Cam is sponsored by Toyota. Let's take a look. All those smiles are on the Clovis East side. Look out. All right, again, the Smile Cam, sponsored by Toyota.
Third and 7. This has kind of turned into a defensive game in the second half. Not a lot going on. Neither offense really getting into a rhythm. You know, Brandon Smith kind of dominated the first half for Central on the ground. 2 touchdowns. Dipple was accurate with the football, but hasn't been able to get that run game established in the second half. Jack Nelson really just blowing things up in the offensive backfield.
Dipple on the loose, directing guys in front of him to throw some blocks. They're kind of standing there as he's weaving through them, but he gets out to midfield and beyond.
Still fighting.
tempo.
And they're just trying to get it to a 2-possession game. As a receiver who comes back for it and makes the catch. Yes. Over on the sideline, he had to make an alteration to come back for that. This is Bayon Harris.
Back shoulder, Jelani Dipple, RPO. He comes up, he pulls it quickly. He drops it on the back shoulder. Bayon Harris, great job working back to that football on the sideline to secure that one inside the red zone.
Inside the 20 in the Toyota red zone. And he'll throw again into double coverage, incomplete and nearly intercepted. Probably should have been picked off.
It should have been Daniel Booker Jr. Great job working off that time. They double Bayon Harris on the short side of the football field. Jelani Dipple again, this is an RPO. He can give it to Brandon Smith. He can keep it. He tries to get the ball back to Bayon Harris on the quick slant. Nice job by Daniel Booker Jr. working underneath that route, getting his hands on it. He just got to bring that one home.
Everybody thinks number 2 is going to get it. And so you kind of try and fool him with the pass, and that time a big hit. Back at the 20, he's going to take out the quarterback.
Jack Nelson, we talked about him before the game, Ralph. In this second half, he has done nothing but penetrate into the Central Grizzly backfield, whether they're running the football, whether they're dropping back to pass. They have not been able to handle him in this second half at all.
He came in with 10 sacks this season. Now Dipple going to throw to the end zone again and incomplete. Intended for Harris, overthrown.
Yeah, I mean, Clovis East got away with having 12 players on the football field on that snap. Smallwood was running off. He was still on the field when that ball was snapped, but no flag. They tried to catch him. Central thought they had him. Kyle Biggs not happy. And now his offense is looking at a 4th and 15.
Yeah, 4th and very long.
From the 20. We talked about obvious passing situations before the game. It would be difficult for Central to keep this Clovis East pass rush off of Jelani Dipple. 4th and 15 is 100% pin your ears back and go get the quarterback. We'll see if Central can protect.
So far, good protection. Over the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown.
Oh my God.
Sensational catch. Oh, and takes the hit and hauls it in. That's Dalen Scott. Wow.
4th and 15. Central has not been able to protect Jelani Dipple at all in this second half. But on 4th and 15, they protect well. Jelani Dipple steps up into the pocket, sees Dalen Scott running across the middle of the end zone on a dig route, kind of a skinny post, fits it in. Dalen takes a shot, holds on to that football. Although it's still just a 10-point game after that missed extra point. What a drive. Wow. After the 4th down stop.
Couple of big 4th down plays in this game for Central. Yeah.
4th and 15. 4th and 15 from the 20. And Jelani Dipple, we said it, just calm, cool, compose. Just that skinny post right in front of that post safety, inside of that deep third cornerback, right, I mean, that is right on the money for another Central touchdown. Man.
Took a hit and held onto the football. Came down awkwardly. Wow. What a great play.
All started. 4th and 2. Clovis East goes for it in their own territory. Central gets the stop, and they immediately turn it into 6 points.
Everybody's blowing whistles. Offside.
That's tough when you're kicking a squib kick. You're not really...
Dead ball. Offside. Kicking team.
5 yards, free kick.
Not really focused on getting down the football field too quickly. If you're Central. Cost him 5 yards.
So the re-kick, a low bouncer, picked up inside the 25 and taken down right about there. They'll give him progress out to the 26.
Nice coverage by Central that time. You take a look at this touchdown. You see Dalen Scott working out of the slot. 3 deep coverage, so there's a cornerback outside. There's a free safety in the middle of the field. Jelani Dipple has to fit that skinny post right in between those, and he throws an absolute rope. And Dalen Scott knows he's going to take a shot, but goes up and secures that football to give Central a 10-point lead in this fourth quarter.
So now Miller's going to have to work some magic.
Which he can
They'll
very
run
easily.
On first down, showing some speed. Gets over to the sideline. Let's go down to Kevin for a sideline report. Kevin.
I am here with the Clovis East Timberwolves! Oh yeah! Oh yeah, they believe. Hey, what's good about being a Timberwolf? Everything! Let's go, everything! What's good about being a Timberwolf? Energy! They've got the energy! They've got everything! They believe! Let's go, T-Wolves! Back to you, Robert Cam! Let's go! Yeah!
Cam working on some of his dance moves here
that
in
ball,
the press box, watching some plays.
That ball almost with the other. Jonte Della almost stepped right in front of Blake Matthew and took that one the other way. Ty Miller got that one out a little bit late. Lucky that one wasn't picked off.
3rd and about 2. Miller gonna run, but he's not gonna get far. Maybe it's stuff for virtually no gain.
Now this is a decision right here.
4th and 2.
For Brandon Nagel. He went for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory early in the football game, was unable to convert, gave the ball to Central, and they immediately took it in and scored points. 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in this fourth quarter. You're down 2 possessions. You have plenty of time to get a stop, get a couple scores, come back and win this football game.
Yeah.
We'll see if Brandon Nagel actually decides to snap this football. You do have your senior quarterback, but if I'm Central, I'm not letting Ty Miller get outside the pocket. I'm sending everybody. I'm making somebody else beat me.
Here they come. There's the pass away and incomplete. Thrown behind the intended receiver, and that Central defense does it again, holding on 4th down and turning the ball back over to the offense. And now even deeper into Clovis East territory. This will start at about the 35.
Yeah, they can really put this one away. I think Ty Miller was expecting Blake Matthew to just sit down in that little soft spot right in front of the defender. Blake Matthew continues his route, tries to come back and make a play on that football, but I think an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the play. Wait, what is going on?
At the end of the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, Central bench,
What?
15 yards, first down and 10 Central.
Wait. Oh, first down at 10 Central. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was about to lose my. I was about to lose my mind. I was about to lose my mind if they called an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty during the play and gave Clovis East the ball back, but that was after the play. Central ball. Mark it off 15 after that, Don.
Yep, that's correct.
Gotcha.
But that was on the coach.
No, it's on the bench.
On the, I think
It could be
the
anybody.
celebration.
It could be a player. It could
He
be
said
an
Biggs.
assistant coach.
He said Biggs. Is that
no bench?
Oh, bench.
Yeah, they erupted after that 4th down stop, as they should. I mean, that was a huge stop.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with you guys celebrating that?
Right. You just have
Shame on you.
You just have to do it in an appropriate manner, and the sideline erupted after that fourth down stop. And we saw the sideline warning on Clovis East earlier, so Central gets their own sideline penalty.
Central Unified, you have a right fourth man, license plate 160.
Well, since there's a timeout here, we're going to take one as well. 27-17, but still a lot of game to go. We'll be right back. Tonight's chill play of the game sponsored by J.C. Melton, keeping local families cool for over 75 years.
That is well deserving of the J.C. Melton cool play of the game. Jelani Dipple's so cool in the pocket, double clutching and finding his receiver for a well-placed, well-timed touchdown throw.
All right, 2nd down and 5 for Central. The Grizzlies with the lead and trying to add on.
Big opportunity here to really make this a 3-possession football game with 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and we'll see how deliberate Central is with their operation. They can work this entire play clock down. That looks like exactly what they're doing. Taking their time, working this game clock down.
Nothing on the run, so it'll be 3rd down and about 5.
Yeah, yet to see Jelani Dipple keep one of those RPOs or one of those inside zone reads where he pulls it and hits the perimeter. There's a lot of space out there. Clovis East very aggressively coming down and tackling Brandon Smith in that inside zone dive. Here we go, 3rd and 5. Plus territory. This has been 4-down territory for Kyle Biggs in this area of the football field.
Dipple will throw, has a man open, and can make the connection.
Nice job by Josh Wilson. That time running down the middle of the field. Cover 2, so 2 deep safeties. The soft spot is right in the middle. Josh Wilson does a nice job dropping because E.J. Morgan is open. He is in front of those 2 deep safeties. Nice job by Josh Morgan going up and making a play on that football.
So Central will not go for it on 4th down. Punter Zeb White is in.
And that's a big-time stop. Central East Clovis East gave Central the ball in plus territory. Then they get that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, but they're able to
White with a good kick. Got to get down there and try and cover it up inside the 5, and they're going to do exactly that. It'll be deadened at the 3. Well, closer to the 4.
two good teams. You know, a lot of times, every level of football comes down to who can execute at a higher level, and that's a big-time special teams execution play, setting up Clovis East inside the 5-yard line.
All right, I'd like to remind you again, be sure to join us next week. Next Friday night, we will broadcast one of the remaining CIF championship games, section championship games, right here on CW59. They're playing the semifinals right now in all the different divisions. So once we learn the matchups for the final, we will decide which one we'll bring to you, but we will have a championship game on 1 week from tonight. Boy, Clovis East trying to get something going with the running game.
Yeah, and Central's continuing to stay aggressive on defense. You know, they're single covered out wide. They're leaving an extra player in the box to counteract that Clovis East run game. We've seen Ty Miller. He has been effective in the quarterback design run game or that outside zone read where he scored on in the second quarter. Central aggressively taking that run game away, forcing Clovis East to throw the football out wide.
Here's our weekly financial wellness tip sponsored by Premier Valley Bank, enriching lives one customer, employee, and a community at a time.
Hey, Kevin Miller here with your Premier Valley Bank student financial tip. Stick to a budget to reduce stress this holiday season. Try to stick to a shopping list, buy gifts early, look out for good deals, and track your spending with receipts. This was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank, a local bank you can depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph Cam, back to you.
All right, thank you, Kevin. 2nd down and 9 for Clovis East. Miller looking to throw. Looking this way. Now he's going to have to run and not get far. Takes a big hit as he gets out across the 5 to about the 7.
You know that was Aiden Chavez in the middle of that defense, Ralph. Talked about him before the game. He's going to be responsible for bringing Ty Miller down in that design run game or the scramble game, and that nice shot on 2nd down. Nice disguise by Central that time. They showed like it was man coverage. They dropped into zone. Nowhere for Ty Miller to go with the football. Tucked it and tried to pick up as much as he could. Here we go, 3rd and 7. Another opportunity for Central to get off the football field and get the ball back to their offense.
Approaching 6.5 minutes to play. Timberwolves need 2 scores. Miller going to be short of the 1st down. And this is a 4th down you can't mess around with because of your field position.
I don't know, 6 minutes left. I think, you know, Brandon Nagel, he went for it in his own territory already. I think he feels like he can't give the ball back to Central and still have enough time to score twice and win this football game.
4th and 3. He's given it back to him twice.
I mean, this is the game right here. Yeah. If you don't convert this, you are going to lose this football game. Central will put points on the board, whether 3 or 7, and make it extremely difficult for Clovis East to come back.
You have the magnitude of this one play. Miller unloading to the near sideline. Caught by Duval. A catch at the sideline for the 1st down and new life for the Timberwolves.
Wow. Not only did they go for it on 4th and 2, Blake Matthews wide open in the slot. He can throw that and pick up the 1st down, but he launches one up top to Harold Duval. Harold Duval goes up and makes a catch. Clovis East rocking in plus territory.
Now they got a little spring in the step, and that pass is incomplete. But yeah, they'll definitely get encouragement from that.
And great coverage again. Jonte Della step for step with Harold Duval. But watch Duval go up and catch that ball with his hands over Della's head. Ty Miller didn't want to take the short one. Goes up top to Harold Duval. Harold Duval, look at this catch. Just going up, high pointing that ball with his hands, securing that one to keep Clovis East alive.
2nd and 10. Duval has plenty of time. He's going to run to the far side. Cuts it back, breaks a couple of tackles, gets down to the 30. That's going to be another 1st and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture
Just can't let Ty Miller cook, Ralph. We said you got to defuse the bomb before the game. You can't let the bomb go off because he will beat you. Right now, this is Ty Miller balling, trying to beat the Central Grizzlies for a section championship.
Several missed tackles on that play. Miller going to break tackle right there. And then dump a pass off. It's complete. This is Booker down close to the 20. The fans are into it. You know the players are feeling it.
Oh, man, this is intense. Inside of 5 minutes, section championship on the line. Clovis East driving. Ty Miller just running around, making things happen.
Well, Clovis East needs a touchdown, a stop, and another score.
Yep, and they can take a shot here. 2nd and 1. Try and put one in the end zone.
That's what Miller will do. Well, he'll take the safety valve over at the sideline.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Late hit.
I mean, that was a clean hit during the play. I didn't see anything that would have
facilitated. Flag is at the 15-yard line.
Flag. Unless there was some extra after the initial
What'd
hit.
you see, Don? We're waiting on a replay and see what they're talking about. Unless they just wave it off. Nope.
Yeah, I don't.
The result of the play is a completed catch. We have a personal foul against a defenseless player, half the distance to the goal, 1st and 10. 1st and goal.
Man, unless there was helmet-to-helmet contact, maybe it's on the far side of the field, so maybe we missed that. Daniel Booker was kind of falling out of bounds. He did take a shot, but I mean, I didn't see anything that would facilitate a defenseless player. I mean, yeah, that's a bad call. I'm sorry, that's a bad call. That's shoulder, trying to make shoulder contact to shoulder.
And now they're going to try and make him pay with the pass to the end zone. Touchdown, Duval. You think Kyle Biggs was mad earlier in the game?
I don't blame him.
No.
You know, they get a personal foul, moves it half the distance to the goal. Harold Duval catches a slant. Ty Miller puts one on a rope, right on time, hits him right in the hands. I'd be upset also. And another penalty. I don't really know. A couple guys were talking, but like that's not enough for a personal foul in this moment of this football game. 27-23.
At the end of the play, dead ball, personal foul, number 6. Clovis East has elected to take the penalty on the kickoff.
Yeah, if they were talking, they were both talking, Don. In this time in the football game, I don't know why you need to throw that flag.
After he caught the ball, he was in the end zone. He started giving up. Number 6 came in and tried slapping the ball out of him. So the play is over. So it's uncalled for, overly aggressive. Good call by the official.
Okay. Because you said that, I'll calm down. If you didn't make contact after the play was over, totally see that. I thought it was because they were jawing at each other, but
no, he's clearly in the end zone. It's clearly after a touchdown.
Yeah, and the play's over.
Play's over.
Gotcha.
The extra point is good, so it's a 3-point game, and I think Central has to feel like it needs a touchdown to seal the win.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to give the ball back to Ty Miller with an opportunity to win the football game. Absolutely not. Kyle Biggs talking to the officials right now. He's not happy, but you know he has to go out and execute. We take a look, man. That was a drive for Clovis East that started inside their own 5-yard line after a great punt, and it was Ty Miller using his legs, extending plays, and then that 4th down and 2 where he goes up top to Harold Duval. 1st and goal, and then just throws a rope on the slant to Harold Duval for 6. 27-24. 4 minutes left. Central, I mean, they can they can run this game out offensively. They came into the game wanting to use a deliberate tempo, not give Clovis East additional possessions, really use the run game to control how the flow of this game went. Here's an opportunity, 4-minute offense. Pat always talked about, we have to be able to execute a 4-minute offense, which is when we want to take the ball, the air out of the ball, when we want to try and run the clock down, we have to be able to get it done when the defense knows that we're trying to run the football. This is it right now, a 4-minute drill for Central to win a 1AA section championship.
Unless there's 6 minutes left, then you want a 6-minute offense.
That's right. That's right. There's 6 minutes left. You got to extend it for a couple minutes. Here we go. 4:20 left.
All right, kickoff is sponsored by FFB, Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. And the kick sails into the end zone for touchback. Central with the lead, 4:20 away from another section championship.
2 timeouts for Clovis East. 4:20 left on the clock. You don't need to use them right now. You have plenty of time, but if Central is able to move the sticks a couple times, if they're able to start working this clock down, you have to start thinking about using those timeouts. But first things first, 80 yards away.
Brandon Smith, nothing there. He hit the wall once, backed up to hit it again, still nothing. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, still really yet to see Jelani Dipple keep one of those zone reads where he puts it in Brandon Smith's stomach, keeps it there during the mesh, and then pulls it as that defensive end crashes down and he gets to the perimeter to use his legs to pick up some positive yardage. 3:45 on the clock. Central in no hurry at all. We'll see if Clovis East gets a stop, if they decide to use one of their last 2 timeouts.
Gonna run, and he's gonna look out for somebody coming from behind him. And look how fast goes into a slide outside the 30. That's gonna be good for a first down. That's a big play right there.
That was a huge play from the sophomore. Nobody open, gets outside the pocket, then finds a crease back in the middle, gets pulled down from behind, stays in control, keeps possession of that football. I mean, what a performance by this sophomore so far tonight. Going toe-to-toe with Ty Miller down the stretch.
Well, Central can do a pretty good job of bleeding this clock. There's the pass to the side, trying to stay in bounds, and they're pushing him out of bounds. They'll say keep the clock running.
Yeah, keep it running. They stopped his forward progress before
That
he
was
went
Harris.
out of bounds.
Clovis East going to have to take a timeout.
Yeah, that's a tough one to take. I know Brandon.
They have 1 left now.
I know Brandon Nagel wants to try and keep as much time on the clock as possible. I would have waited till after the 2nd down play so you have a better understanding of where you are down and distance-wise, because if Central picks it up, you just wasted a timeout. So it's imperative now, Clovis East, hey, we have to sell out to get a stop on 2nd down, get a stop on 3rd down, get the ball back to our offense. We only have 1 more timeout, but they have to sell out. This is Central East just controlling the tempo, running the ball. You know, haven't really gotten things going in the 2nd half outside of that 1 possession. Clovis East doing a nice job working off of blocks, really frustrating them, but then Jelani Dipple still under duress all 2nd half, but still 3-point lead for his Grizzlies with 2:38 left on this clock.
Sophomore quarterback has not turned it over tonight, as far as I remember. There's Smith. Has the first down and more. To midfield. 40, 30. He's going to go. Touchdown Central.
Brandon Smith again. We talked about him pregame, about how he's going to play on defense. We talked about how he's going to control the tempo of this game, running the football. Central Clovis East had done a fantastic job of really keeping him bottled up all night long. But you just can't keep Brandon Smith down. Inside zone, bounces it outside, hits the sideline. We said it earlier, Ralph. If Brandon Smith hits the sideline, nobody is going to be able to catch him. And he goes to the house. Oh, this game's not over. Central misses that extra point.
9-point game. So
here we go.
But you're right in one respect. They've got plenty of time now. They can do damage. Take a look at the 65-yard touchdown run.
I mean, it was one-on-one. Brandon Smith inside zone.
Smith with 3 touchdown runs tonight, 1 yard, 1 yard, and 65 yards.
Jack Kuntz one-on-one in the hole. Brandon Smith makes him miss, and then he hits the sideline, and it's a wrap.
Pulled away.
It is a wrap. There's nobody running him down. Now, Central has to be careful. Harold Duvall, Daniel Booker Jr., I mean, they're going to try to get the ball to those weapons back deep. If I were Central, I'd kick this ball out of bounds. I don't want to mess with anybody returning a kick. I don't care where I give you the football. I will gladly give it to you at the 35-yard line to avoid one of these 2 weapons back there really doing some damage.
Senior Daniel Pasilis is the kicker. Kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. We're having a hard time bringing down finally at the 25. So that's where Clovis East will take over. Now down by 9 with just over 2 minutes to play.
Down 9, 2-19.
One timeout left.
Yep, 2:19 on the clock. You do have 1 timeout. Clock does stop to set the sticks after a first down. It will stop if you get out of bounds. So, you can take a shot. You do have some deep weapons. Harold Duvall, Daniel Booker Jr. You can hit them over the top. Otherwise, you have to work the quick game. You have to work the sideline. If you have a completion in the middle of the field, it has to be for a first down so that clock stops. You can get up and run another play or clock it. Yeah,
Boy, Brandon Smith running off the field and back on the field.
They only had 10 players if he runs off the field.
Now Miller's going to run to the 30 and tackled at about the 32-yard line.
Big time
Clock
tackle.
will continue to run.
I mean, that takes 15 seconds off the clock.
Lonzo Jenkins on the tackle.
Very nice in open space against a very dangerous runner, Ty Miller.
Under 2 minutes. Miller looking. Now he's going to pull down and run. He's going to be taken down out close to the 35-yard line.
Got to go quick if you're Clovis East. You got to go quick.
Timeout. Last timeout for Clovis East.
That's tough. Minute 42 left. You really want to keep that timeout as long as possible. But you can't have the clock running. Try and get back to the line of scrimmage for a big 3rd down play. You need this 3rd down play. You pick it up, convert this first down. The clock does stop. You can get set. So maybe call 2 plays in the huddle right here so you have one ready if you do pick up this first down. But Clovis East, they have to go. Minute 42 left. No timeouts remaining.
And at some point, you just launch.
I mean,
and hope you can get a penalty
that's not
flag.
low percentage for Clovis East. It's not. Ty Miller and these weapons, they can hit you over the top any single play that they're on the football field. So it's not a low percentage play that
normally think a deep ball would be. So if they have a matchup that they like, they might launch it and try to put one on the board right here, get this onside kick, and see if they can come back and win this football game.
Miller with the handoff. Horton picks up the first down, so the clock will stop as they move the chains. 1:38 to go, but it's a 1st and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture.
Yeah, injured player for the Grizzlies, so clock stops. A little extra time for Clovis East to get set up. Minute 38 left.
Now with this quarterback and these receivers, they can pick up yards in a chunk. And he's going to go for it right now. Throwing deep. Has a man out there in the double coverage, and it's knocked away. Duval was the intended receiver back there defensively. Albert, one of the defenders, along with Perry. 2nd and 10.
Nice job again. They've kind of attacked Jarrell Albert all night long in the middle of the field. Nice job timing that one up. If you mistime your jump with Harold Duval, he was going to come down with that one. Good job timing his jump up right at the right moment to high point that football and knock it away.
That play only took 6 seconds. Now they're looking like they're going to throw a screen. Cross midfield to the 40. Makes a move and a spin at the 35. Down inside the 30. Again, that's Tamel Horton.
Tamel Horton just so dangerous with the ball in his hands. Nice screen. Nice setup. Great blocks in front. He did a nice job making some guys miss. Let's tackle him down so this clock is rolling.
Miller past the sideline, caught by Duval, immediately out of bounds.
Yeah, if I'm Central, that's fine. You can do that. Keep throwing 4-yard passes out of bounds if you want to. Minute 9 left. Whew. Take a breath.
Even if they score, then they've got to. It's an onside kick situation.
Yeah, you have to come. Yeah, you have to come up with the onside kick.
You're not going to hold them.
That's what it's going to come down to.
Okay, 3 receivers to the right. Second and 6. Miller looking. Now he's going to take off to the 20, down to the 15.
First down. Oh, the ball came out.
Oh! Clock will stop. And wait a minute. No, they say Central has the football. There was a fumble at the end of that play.
Wow.
We got to see that. There must have been some fighting in the huddle.
Yeah, I mean, Ty Miller, it looks like he picks up that first down, but then there's a mad scramble for that football.
Yeah, Amosa rips it away.
He sure did. Secured the tackle and ripped that ball out of Ty Miller's left arm. What a heads-up play.
Well, he almost looked like he was down, though. His knee might have been down.
By the sophomore linebacker, ripping that ball out.
Really, another sophomore?
At the end of the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, Central, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Well, you can penalize them all you want now.
Yeah, yep. All they're going to do is take a knee.
A minute to go. There's a knee on first down. Well, even if they had kept the ball and scored a touchdown, it was a tall order for Clovis East at this point. Here's another look at the ball being stripped by number 12, Amosa.
Yeah,
just keeps ripping away at it.
Ty Miller trying to make a play, fighting for every yard.
Central's going to get another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for splashing Kyle Biggs with Gatorade.
Boy.
Another sophomore. I mean, sophomore quarterback, sophomore linebacker forcing the fumble to ice this game. I mean, just Kyle Biggs doing what Kyle Biggs does, getting back to the section championship game.
And counting on young players to get things done.
I mean, a sophomore quarterback. It's extremely difficult to execute
Dead
a Kyle
ball,
Biggs
unsportsmanlike
offense.
conduct on the offense. Half the distance to the goal, second down.
So much put on the quarterback's shoulders, and Johanny Dipple just completely unfazed.
Dipple takes a knee. And they don't have to run another play. So start the party on the Central sideline.
Jesus is king.
The Central Grizzlies are section champions in Division I-AA thanks to a 33-24 win over previously unbeaten Clovis East. Timberwolves came in 12-0. Kind of rolled everybody. Had won an earlier match against Central.
Yeah, Central ends up 11-2. They avenged the Clovis North loss last week. They avenged the Clovis East loss this week. Excited for Kyle Biggs, see where they end up in the NorCal state playoffs. Maybe SoCal, but I expect them to be NorCal. That was a well-coached, well-executed